February the 11th, 2021. Guys, you're looking at national radar. Let me kind of pull this out. You can see the entire thing. We're going to look at a couple of areas. First, in the northwest, the Oregon-Washington area, you're getting the kind of the first major snow event of the year. That's going to help in some things as far as any forest fires coming into the spring, but it's also going to add flood potentials, especially at upper elevations. What you're seeing in the blue and pink is snow and ice. South of there, going into California, you're looking at rain with snow in the higher elevations. Same effect there. Maybe some benefit as far as having some protection from forest fires, plus some reservoir buildup. Now, in the southeast, starting in Texas and moving all the way up into the D.C. area, which ends with a mixture of rain and the purple ice, and a mixture of ice and snow, and then in the blue snow, and you can see that across the Great Lakes area, all the way across the central U.S. Now, let me say this, talking about the northwest up in the Washington area. That's where our CDs are being printed, and there's going to be a couple days delay on that, so just be patient with us. As soon as they get here, we're shipping them out to you guys. Just a couple of small delays. Hang in there with us. But one of the things I want to point out, let me pull this up into the southeast, guys, is when the video this morning, we were talking about this ice, which you're seeing in the pink, coming into maybe the Greenville-Greenwood area, which is, you would call it north central Mississippi, but it's dropped maybe 80 to 100 miles further south. Right now, we're talking about temps in the 30s, low 30s, 31 to 30 degrees as far as wind chill factor. The actual temperature is 37 degrees, but we got some wind. And what is happening now, again, let me pull this up. Jackson's here north of us. It's the capital of the state's in central Mississippi. As you look at the interstate across here, here's Vicksburg. And so now, instead of being up in the Greenville area as far as the pink ice line, you're seeing it further south into Louisiana. You guys in Vicksburg are going to get some of this. And as we look, as this thing moves forward up for the next hour and 10 minutes, notice here at 10:10, Hinds County, which is a good bit further south than what we were talking about earlier. So tomorrow's Friday, another work day. So I want everyone to prepare from Texas, and you can see it's further south there, into Louisiana, Arkansas. Prepare that for the fact that you may be trying to cross bridges that are iced over. And I've seen it happen many times before when you'd have saved a lot of money and not wrecked your vehicle crossing and spinning across a bridge because you were trying to make it work on an icy day. So that's what we're going to be facing. Notice by 10 tonight, which is an hour and 10 minutes away from the time I'm doing the video, which is 9 p.m. Central. Look at the ice coming much further south. Here in Jackson, for you guys that are familiar with the area, notice it's in Vicksburg. It's coming down 20 through Edwards, Bolton, Clinton, the reservoir area as we're getting into this area. Ice. So there's a lot. This is kind of the main hub of the state of Mississippi, is the Jackson area. And that's where the main interstate loop system is and things like that. So people be aware of that and realize that it's going to be a little colder than we thought and more moisture. I just want to, again, keep this thing short, but it is important to know that maybe 100 miles further south, this ice is going to be affecting the people all across the southeast, and that's going to extend south, it's going to extend north and northeast. And you can see, as we were talking about, and AccuWeather was talking about this morning, this was going to start piling up in this Virginia area. And you see that there's less moisture behind it, but a lot of moisture is getting into this area now. As we get later into the night, colder temperatures. So from Virginia Beach back east, Richmond, Charlottesville, Beckley, Roanoke, this is going to pile up through the night. But we're watching it, guys. Again, just a heads up on the southern drift of this ice storm. But just watch for this buildup, guys, in the Virginia area and getting close into the North Carolina borders we go through the night. But remember, this particular radar is only going for the next hour or so. So for what I would suggest, everyone kind of keep an eye on it, especially in the morning. If you got to get up and try to get to work or get someone to school or whatever you're doing, make sure you're not trying to get to work, end up like we saw the video in Dallas-Fort Worth today with over 150 cars. 5 people were killed. A lot of people were injured, and they're just now getting this cleared up. The interstate's been blocked since about 6 a.m. this morning. We're watching it, guys. You watch it. It's a heads up, especially for the folks along the southern edge of this ice line. Be safe.